What's up, fam? This is your girl Amanda, and I'm coming back to y'all with Amanda Vlogs. So let's talk R. Kelly once again. He is back in the news. So a few days ago, another female came forward and telling her story about R. Kelly. Her name is Jerhonda Pace, or Jerhonda Pace, and she came out and told her story on how she had a sexual encounter with R. Kelly when she was about 15 or 16 years old. So back in 2008, when she was 15 years old, she would actually skip school every day to attend R. Kelly's trial on the 14 counts of making child pornography. Y'all remember that. Everyone remembers that. And so she would go there every day to attend his trial, which I'm thinking, y'all, what these folks' parents said. I'm thinking to myself, how is it possible that her parents did not know, and they could have known, that she was skipping school? Because nowadays you get a call from the school saying that your child skipped. At least at my child's school, they let me know when she skipped school, when she wasn't at school. So I'm just thinking, like, where was the parental guidance at with all this, especially with her skipping school every day during his trial? Now, I'm not saying that she has bad parents, but if you found out that your child is skipping, wouldn't you check up on your child every day to make sure that she was at school every day? At least that's what I would think. As I digress, Jerhonda is now 24 years old. She's married and has 3 children, and she decided now to come out to actually help the victims and to tell her story on how she was involved with R. Kelly when she was 16 years old. And I did read where that she got a settlement and that she was getting about $5,000 a month from R. Kelly from this settlement. Wow, $5,000 a month is a lot of money for a child that age. No lie. But to tell her story, she said she first became a self-described R. Kelly super fan when she heard his album Chocolate Factory when she was 11 years old. She said, my family listened to his music, my friends listened to his music, everybody was just in love with the music. And she said that her fandom didn't fade when Kelly was indicted for making child pornography. And she did attend his trial beginning May 2008 up until he was acquitted June 2008. And so she says that she attended the trial because she was a fan and wanted to know what happened. Did he really do it? I wanted to see everything for myself. That included watching the Notorious video when it was shown several times in court. She says that watching the video was disturbing, but because the girl and her parents never testified, though 14 of the witnesses, including her aunt, did identify the girl, she says that she thought, well, maybe that's not the girl. If she would have come forward, I think it would have made a huge difference. She was even defending R. Kelly outside of the court. She was saying that they can't call him a pedophile anymore. This is what she told MTV, and it was an article in MTV. She even said that they can't say he likes little girls. They don't have proof of that because he's innocent now. He's free. And she actually was 15 years old when she told this reporter that. And that was in the MTV article. And she actually lied to the reporter saying that she was 18 years old, but she was actually 15 at the time. She said that she met Kelly when he was walking into the court building one day. She said the star seemed like a cool guy and he would always speak to me when he saw me. She even got the singer's autograph, which she provided to BuzzFeed News. He didn't have anything to sign, and neither did I. But my friend reached into her pocket and found an old bank slip, so I got his autograph on her bank slip. I laminated that. The meeting with Kelly would not be her last. So in 2009, a friend and an employee of Kelly's friended Pace on MySpace, and she was invited to a party Kelly was throwing at his mansion in Olympia Field, Illinois. and Pace had just turned about 16 years old, and she lied to her parents, telling them she was going to a friend's house. She said, I was a bit nervous, even though I had already met him at his trial. I was like literally at his house, so it did not feel real. She said she remembered Kelly calling her over to the bar and telling her he had noticed her at the trial. He then asked her for her cell number and entered it into his phone. And at the time, I was still, pretty starstruck, so I was in disbelief. She said she did not tell Kelly she was underage at the time and would later tell private investigators she claimed to be 19 years old at the time. And the age of consent in Illinois is 17, but she was 16 at the time. And so in 2009, she says that Kelly invited her to come back to his mansion and sent an employee to pick her up in a black SUV. He told me that he wanted me to undress for him and walk back and forth like I was modeling. She then said that the two had oral sex, and at that time he made his first attempt to ensure that she did not talk about their sexual relationship by having her write out and sign letters stating that she had stolen jewelry and cash from him and that her parents had set her up to blackmail him. Wow. She says that she did as instructed, but none of the charges were true. She says on the next visit, she says that Kelly gave her an alcoholic drink he called Sex in the Kitchen, y'all, which is one of his songs that he released back in 2005. She said, I was drunk because I wasn't used to drinking alcohol. She said that they then had sex. She said that she was a virgin and Kelly thought that was exciting. Over the next 7 months, she says that she had sex with Kelly repeatedly, a claim she would later repeat during her settlement process. Without asking her permission, Kelly filmed most of the encounters on his iPhone or a video camera on a tripod. I called him daddy and he would call me baby. He wanted me to have 2 pigtails and I had to go out and find little schoolgirl outfits. She says that if R. Kelly was previously unaware of her age, she actually told him for certain that she was 16 on July 17, 2009, a claim that she mentioned in the documents. And she said, I gave him my state ID. She recalls that Kelly told her things were fine, but that she should tell anyone who asked her she was 19 and act like she was 25 years old. She goes on to say that she started spending weekends with Kelly at his Olympia Fields home while she was in the mansion. She had to follow Kelly's rules, which included dressing in baggy clothes, turning over her phone, and asking permission to shower, eat, go to the bathroom, and leave the property. If she broke the rules, she said she was mentally and physically abused. And once again, where are these girls' parents at? Are they actually lying to their parents to the point where their parents actually believe these lies? I mean, are they not checking up on their child? Is she having her friends lie for her as well? Because how do you not know that your child is going to a grown man's house? Your child is lying that good to you that you are not checking up on them? Okay. Anyway, as I digress, she says, at the time I didn't know what I liked. Honestly, I just knew that I liked his music, so I was pretty much accepting of anything that came with him at the time. And she says that her and her 17-year-old friend, a fellow superfan she met on MySpace, who is currently still living with Kelly, according to Jerhonda, they were hanging out at R. Kelly's Olympia Fields mansion in July 2009 when police and 2 squad cars arrived in search of the friend whose mother had called to complain that her young daughter was with R. Kelly. Pace, both when saying to BuzzFeed and during her 2010 polygraph test, because she took a polygraph test, you guys, says that Kelly called one of his attorneys who advised his star client that he did not have to let the police into the house if they did not have a warrant. But he was not charged with anything because the police chief said that they investigated the issue, found there to be no crime, and the matters have been closed. She says that R. Kelly asked her to engage in threesomes, including with a woman who was best friends since high school with the girl in the videotape, for which R. Kelly was tried on trial. She also said that she saw the girl in the videotape at the party in Olympia Fields and that she recognized her from watching the video in court. That she ended her relationship with Kelly in January of 2010 after the two had an argument when Kelly caught her texting a friend. "I was slapped and I was choked and I was spit on." Wow. She says that she left his house, but her ordeal was far from over. And she did contact the offices of Chicago attorney Susan Loggins. And to verify Jerhonda's story, they gave her a lie detector test. And so the questions that were asked included whether she had intercourse with Kelly, if she had told him she was 16, and whether he slapped, choked, and spit on her during an argument. She answered yes to all questions, and it was said that it is the opinion of this examiner, based upon an analysis of her polygraph records, that she is truthful in her answers. Wow. And she was awarded a large settlement with R. Kelly. And in exchange with her signing a non-disclosure agreement and declining to pursue any charges or other claims against R. Kelly. And so since she was a minor, Loggins and her mother opened an estate on her behalf, and she says that she only received a fraction of what was owed her. Oh wow, this whole situation where R. Kelly is a mess, you guys. Wow. I mean, we all knew that R. Kelly liked young girls because, first of all, he married Aaliyah when she was 15 and he was about 26, 27 years old. He was in his late 20s. So we always knew that R. Kelly loved young women, young little girls. And so this whole story right here is crazy, but there's other women that have come forward, not just her, telling their story about how R. Kelly controlled them, how they had sex with him, and how he abused them. It's crazy. And so now R. Kelly has spoken out and he denies Jerhonda's allegations, and his publicist said that the allegations against Mr. Kelly are false and are being made by individuals known to be dishonest. It is clear these continuing stories are the result of the effort of those with personal agendas who are working in concert to interfere with and damage his career. Mr. Kelly again denies any and all wrongdoing and is taking appropriate legal action to protect himself from ongoing defamation. Wow. So R. Kelly denies all of this, but this is a crazy situation with him and him liking younger females. Now, some of the other females that he was involved with, they were of age, but some of them have been underage, and there is a legal limit in certain states. I believe it may be 16 or 17 in certain states. But at the same time, I still can't wrap my head around an older man the age of R. Kelly liking young females. Just like Hugh Hefner, his old ass loved them young women. And he gets the young women. He's just like Hugh Hefner. And I just can't really wrap my head around the whole situation. It's just, I don't know. It just seems just nasty to me. It's like they want to take these young girls' virginity to be the first to say, "Oh, I took that. I had some new. I had some not used pussy." You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy to me. But, so what do y'all think about this whole situation? Y'all know what y'all got to do. Just let me know down below in the comment section. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe so you can see more videos like this. And y'all make sure y'all stay tuned for the next video. Alrighty, bye.